Good evening, Yellow Jacket Nation. Welcome back to another episode of Catch a Buzz. My name's Ryan King, here with my brother and co-host Sean King. It's been a while since we since we've gotten back to you guys with another video. If you tuned in to our instant reaction to the BYU game, we were pretty hot. We came in pretty fired up. Sean, do you want to show them why that was? Um,
Um, yeah, so we personally got to witness us blow a 11-point lead and not score a point in the second half, front row seats, and watch Haynes King decide to throw the ball away twice when he could have ran and miss a wide open Dean Patterson in the end zone. And as you can see, the infamous picture that was posted. Um,
Yeah, everybody's seen the picture. You might not have realized that that was old Sean and I sitting right there 10 feet away,
yeah,
watching
I
it
think
just graze his fingertips.
we almost got into a fight with those dudes. I think 4 rows back.
Yeah, Big Blue back
Um,
there behind the rail. And about 90 seconds before that, Sean and I were 6 inches from those two guys' faces. We were making a fool of ourselves, but they were provoking it. I will say that they were coming at us, so we responded accordingly after the big Haynes completion on fourth down. But
yes, we did.
um, but
As
yeah,
always,
so
it bit us in the ass.
it did. It almost always does. Especially you'd think we know better given the teams that we support, but we have big mouths. We like to run them, and well, that's why we're doing this. So
Yep.
we're coming back to you guys, and the season's over. It didn't end exactly how we wanted. And then there was a mass exodus. And that's part of the reason that it's taken a while for Sean and I to get back to you. I mean, you lose Buster Faulkner, immediately lose Aaron Philo, you lose Isaiah Canyon. Out of nowhere, you lose Blake Gideon, your defensive coordinator. That one was a little more unexpected for me. But really, at one point, your entire offense was down to one single wide receiver that had caught a pass for your team, in Jordan Allen. So
Jordan Allen. Yep.
it was a bizarre situation. The transfer portal was opening. We had no coordinators on either side of the ball. So Sean and I didn't really have any video ideas for you. We kind of just decided to hold off and see how things panned out. And I'm actually glad that we did because I don't know about you. I feel like through the portal, it's actually gone better, at least in terms of the players that are going to be on the field. Though I'd like to start with the coaching staff and the hires that have been made. And I just want to get your thoughts first on Godsey and then on Seymour.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
wait,
God's
hang on. Before you start, for the old heads out there, you might appreciate this if you can see it. This is a very old
the
school,
old claret.
yeah, the old jug. Don't know if y'all appreciate that, but I quite enjoy it.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Um,
Anyways,
yeah, so
back to you.
Gotsey, I mean, I didn't really know how to feel about it at first. I mean, it's one of Key's good buddies and called plays for what, 1 year?
I think
Um,
two in the NFL.
2 years. I don't believe it went all too well for him either. At the time, it felt just kind of like Key wants to bring back tech men and just like a promotional lazy hire almost. And I still don't feel all too great about it. I mean, I guess we're just gonna have to see, but um, luckily, it seems like it's somehow helped us in the transfer portal with a few wide receivers we got in the last few days, and then unexpectedly Mendoza coming here. But yeah, I'll definitely be interested to see um, how he turns the offense over from how Buster was running it, quarterback run heavy. And um, I'll just be interested because we also don't know about Alberto much. He can tote the rock a little bit. Those are really the only highlights that we've seen from his time at Indiana last year. I went to go look up some highlights and I couldn't find shit other than a 53-yard run versus Maryland and another big run against another team. But it will be interesting to see his scheme. Like I said, he hasn't called plays in I don't think like 10 years. Um, so it'll be interesting. Um, I'm assuming him and Key, will go back and forth on it together and figure out something that'll best suit the player. So at this point, you just got to trust it. I don't really know who else. Who else was in the running for OC?
Well, you had the interview with Chip Kelly, though I don't think it went
Shit.
well.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Um, so I don't think that that was ever really going to happen. But
Especially after
if
you
I,
see him go to Northwestern.
yeah, that's why I think it must have just been more of a personality clash type of situation for him to go to Northwestern instead of Tech. I think that if Tech wanted him, they would have had him. Um, Outside of that, I'm
Okay.
struggling to even remember any names that were getting floated around. Yeah, but Godsey was not one of them. At least
No.
not a not one that anybody thought was going to be popular.
Now, I mean, if it works out, it'll be a great story.
Of course.
Godsey, former quarterback at Tech, played with Brenke. They're good buddies, and hopefully it works out. I don't think Godsey will get butt hurt. I mean, supposedly Key was, I don't know with his last staffs, Key might be a problem in the locker room. He may not be. It might just be rumors. I guess we'll get a tell on that this year. Um, as far as, but it's kind of weird that he's bringing back Godsey and Seymour, who also used to coach at Georgia Tech. Maybe something got thrown around in the coaching realm that we don't know about, and maybe he had to resort to finding past guys that he's got close relationships with. But as far as Seymour goes, again, just by looking at him, just by listening to him talk, I don't really know how great of a DC he really is. Um, Now he had a not. It's not. It really wasn't even a great year last year. They had a worse defense than Tech. I mean, the only thing is that they did lead the country in interceptions, and I think they led them in. Did they have a lot of sacks too?
Yeah, they were top 20 or something in sacks, I think, somewhere around there.
Look, which I'm for. If we end up leading the FBS and interceptions, I'll be just fine with that. But
Well, and it's something as well. You got to take into consideration just talent as well. I don't know what the talent looked like on what was it, Southern Miss?
Southern Miss, but I mean,
Yeah,
you also got to
they're in a bad
put that
conference.
with the talent they're playing as
Right,
well.
right. I'm just saying I don't know even comparatively in their own conference if they are at a talent deficit compared to some of the other teams. I have no idea. Um, but I didn't mean to interrupt. Like, you have like final thoughts
Well,
on
that's the thing.
Seymour?
Like I'm struggling to even think of anything to say about either of them, just because we really don't know much about them. We don't know kind of even what we're gonna get until we get to spring and hear some more things about them. But they're not the worst hires, but they're also don't make me all warm and fuzzy either. So
Yeah, I think it's just kind of uninspiring, is kind of what I would classify both the hires as. Not even necessarily in a negative way. It's just you certainly didn't make a splash. Like I'll be completely honest with you, I had never heard of Jason Seymour in my life.
yeah, no, neither had I.
I saw that get announced and I was like, "Is this fake? Who is that?" Like I had absolutely no idea. So
Well, no, you looked him up. He was like, because I swore I heard something about
I looked at
Memphis, and you looked him up, and it's like there was another Jason Seymour at Memphis, and he was black. So
right. So I literally had no idea who we hired when it first got announced. But they when it comes to the coordinators, I'm really just trying to withhold any sort of judgment until I see the product that they're going to put out on the field, or at the very least, get to see like the spring game to start getting an idea of what their schemes might look like. Um, Godsey, I have a lot of questions. I mean, as you alluded to, the guy's only called plays twice in his career, um, both only for one season with two separate teams, which I think kind of tells you it didn't go great.
Yep.
I'm personally, I'm kind of just hoping it's one of those. He's just a better college coach than he is an NFL coach, at least when it comes to play calling.
He hasn't
And
coached in college though, has he?
not in like 20 years, I don't think.
Oh,
Um, which is also extremely concerning. Maybe it's not 20, but I think it's like pushing 15. Um, the game in college has changed like
ton.
just exponentially he uh since he last coached at this level. So it's going to be very interesting, I guess. I'm just I I guess I'm like I said earlier, I'm more so kind of excited about the players that we're bringing in. Mendoza has potential from what I could tell. I mean, he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he did have 190 rush yards to 256 passing yards, which is pretty positive, I hope.
Why do
Like
you
I
why do you think Tech? I mean, because this happens not even 24 hours after they just won the national championship. Is it because Tech's really one of the only places, without a true bona fide starter right now that he
that's
thinks he can go in there and compete? And I guess had a decent year last year, even though it ended horrifically.
yeah, I think that that's a big factor is that it's probably, I would imagine at this point, one of, if not the best Power Four schools that don't have a starting quarterback at this point, with the transfer portal window being closed and everything.
Yeah, one of the best
Um,
Power Four schools in the nation.
well, obviously, but
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, but but yeah, I mean, I feel like it was there, and maybe Duke with Mensa having his late exit over there. I can't really think of many other places off the top of my head that don't have somebody kind of locked in to be their starter next year that is, really anybody, um, or anybody relevant. So I think that that played a big factor. Justice Haynes is enormous. I'm beyond excited to get him in the backfield with Malachi. They assuming they both stay healthy, will probably be contending to be the best running back duo in the country, which I love, especially if you pair them with somebody like Mendoza, assuming that he comes in and wins the starting job. Um, if he's actually a mobile quarterback, that could be lethal,
Yeah,
and it could
100%.
it could do a lot for all intents and purposes. A first time play caller, a coordinator. I mean, his experience is so limited, you might as well throw it out. And that goes a lot. I mean, uh, you really have to have a screw loose, I think, to not be able to run successfully with Brent Key as your head coach with the offensive lines that Tech puts out there on the field every year. Uh, and then two of the best running backs in the country. I think either way. I mean, I think Malachi was going to blow up if he was the number one bona fide number one back in the backfield. Everybody was going to know who that was by the end of next season. Um, I think he was going to run for like 1,300 yards or something.
He definitely could
No,
have, but it
no
was just
BS.
that favoritism towards Jamal and
Yeah, that hurt him a lot this year, and honestly, it probably hurt Tech a decent bit this year over the course of the season. I mean, there was a lot of situations where he needed to be in the game and he just wasn't.
yep.
Um, I mean, because it's not as if he couldn't catch the ball.
I
Uh,
mean, the entirety of the pit game.
yeah, the entire pick game. That was we're not even going to rehash that. That's water under the bridge at this point. But um, yeah, I mean, so you've got Haynes, you've got Mendoza, this receiver that we just brought in from Elon. Uh, got high hopes for him. He certainly seems like he's going to be the Isaiah Canyon replacement going into next year. He's 6'4". What are his number or what's how big is he? Where is he on here? 6'4", only 192, but he looks athletic. He's got great hands from the tape that we were able to find and kind of take a peek at. They're
I think JV and Plummer's half bad either.
yeah, yes, another big body, 6'3", 215. Yeah, he's the Cal transfer. Um, those are exciting pickups. We needed them. They kind of came right towards the end of the portal window there, and it was starting to reach a point that it was like, who the hell is going to be
I
in our
mean,
wide
you
receiving
had
core?
to have it. I mean, who's returning from last year?
Jordan
I
Allen.
mean, I know Jordan Allen, but as far as like other people that we picked up or recruited from high school,
I would have to go look because I'm not even off the top of my head. I cannot remember who our freshmen might have been, like our true freshman wide receivers might have been outside of Allen, because I think it's pretty much them unless they were redshirting. Um, it's honestly a good question because I legitimately have no idea. I need to. Oh, there you go. You're pulling it up. I need to look at an updated depth chart if it exists.
it's old.
Yeah, they're probably all gonna be old for now. But those were some big pickups. The two tight end pickups that we got. Uh, what was it? One from Yale and one from Dartmouth or something. Both look good, and we've had very good luck with our transfer tight ends in
Tight ends
recent
have been
years.
massive.
And we need them. I think they're both big guys. I think maybe the guy from Dartmouth. I'm just blanking on their names right now, but
Chris
they're great
Coro.
blockers, which again goes into just hopefully having a dominant run game. And on the defensive side of the ball, even more so than the players, I'm honestly just hoping that Seymour's scheme that translates to a lot of sacks and turnovers just bodes really well with a run heavy, time of possession dominant offense that just forces some a big turnover or two, um, and can win you some games. I mean, I feel like just instant kind of reaction to how this offseason has played out so far. That's kind of how I envision the team looking next year and how I hope that it plays out. Um, but yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on the portal and just what everything that's happened since the end of the year and on that side of things?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the portal, I think it's much better than I expected, especially after it started out. I mean, you had a couple of the tight ends, and then you get this guy from Alabama and Bakwe, followed by Ionata, which was massive because I believe Ionata's a center, and we had Harrison Moore and what was his name? Talu.
I can't remember how it's pronounced. You all know what we're talking about.
Yeah, Tolo or something. So you filled gaps there. We don't really know how if Mbakwe is going to play receiver, if he's going to play DB. He played quarterback in high school, and I don't think he saw the field too much in Bama. Um, and then on the defensive side, you get Noah Carter, this Tim Griffin guy from Cincinnati. Uh, a few other guys on the line, and you still got a Montre Bradford coming back. Hopefully, Christian Garrett can take a step forward. Braden Manley. So it's not like we're dead. I honestly feel a little better about the D line this year than I did going into last year. Um, even though we lost a ton of people a couple of years ago. But a few guys hurt, like we talked about. I didn't even realize Tajay entered the transfer portal
I didn't either until I saw
until
he
I
was
was
leaving.
looking. Yeah, Troy Stevenson we had recruited last year. He's now leaving, and then you got all the Florida guys, Harrison, um, Zion Taylor hurts.
Yeah.
Really, your only other receiver that kind of got some playing time last year, other than Stockton, Canyon, Rutherford, Rivers, um, all of them. Yeah, there he is. Ala Tupula. Jamie Felix, running back. I mean, he was never getting playing time. We still have
Yeah.
Chad Alexander, um, JP Powell, uh, Traylon Maddox, and
Yeah, Maddox.
then you bring in Justice Haynes, and you already have
Malachi.
Malachi Hosley. So, the team really did come together in the portal. Is there another window, or is this set in stone?
I think it's set in stone, but I'd have to look. I will say you were kind of touching on the D line. Who are our linebackers going to be? And either way, the reason I'm asking is because Seymour, when he was on staff at Tech in the dark ages of Georgia Tech football under the coach who should not be named, was a hell of a linebackers coach. He was the linebackers coach for Charlie Thomas and Ace Ely. So
Yeah.
regardless of who it is, I feel pretty good about that room because I'm sure that they'll be getting a bit more of his focus, and he does seem to have a great idea of how to get the best out of his linebackers. And then the
But
secondary should be pretty great. I mean, I think. I mean, I'm expecting Tay Harris and Dalen Penson to take big steps in the offseason, especially Tay Harris. Tay Harris is one of those guys that's going to have the potential to be a near household name if he keeps improving, keeps grinding. Uh, that dude's a stud. And I think Penson has a lot of potential too. I think he's always just been on the smaller side. If he can bulk up a little bit, I mean, all you got to do is put on like you don't have to be big to play a corner. Look at Pons for Indiana. That dude's like 5'8", running around out
yeah,
there
number 5, yeah.
wrecking people.
So I
Um,
mean, you got EJ Kyle. I think Kyle is coming back. Um, Melvin Jordan,
yeah.
Cam,
Uh,
Cam Spalding. Because yeah, I thought Eifert was gone, and then I saw a tweet about it saying, "Here's your starting defense next year," and it said Kyle Eifert. I was like, "What?" But I
oh,
mean, yeah, I mean he's a redshirt junior.
hmm. Um, is Melvin Jordan the one that just tried to enter the portal and come back,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and we didn't have a spot for him, right?
We
Is
didn't
that
have a
what
spot
happened,
for him.
or is he coming back? No, okay, no, no. I was seeing a bunch of posts about how it's
No,
becoming
I
a
mean
thing
maybe
where
because I haven't really looked into it that much. All I saw was that he was
no,
coming back.
I don't want to commit to that because it might not be him. Like he might actually be coming back. I just know it's kind of becoming a common trend around college football where a lot of these guys are entering the portal and then they don't find anywhere to go, and then their teams
Hmm.
are like, "No, sorry, dude,
Yeah,
lost your
yeah.
spot." Um,
Well,
which
that's what happens. I
I
mean,
don't feel bad for those guys. I'm sorry. It's like at a certain point you just need to put in the fucking work and figure out
yeah.
how you're going to get on the field at the school that you decided to go to. I mean, it's ridiculous how. I mean, look at the guys like who was it? What's that quarterback's name that was at NC State? Was it Finley? TJ Finley, something like that. He was there a couple years
Um,
ago, but he's about to play his seventh year of fucking college football on 7 different teams.
I saw that.
I
I
mean,
saw that. I
what
saw
are we
that.
doing? All right,
Yeah, yeah,
it's so ridiculous. Like at a certain point, it's like, do you really think that that's improving your chances at becoming a better player by changing schemes every year and just and for guys like that, they're not even chasing money. He's out there playing like D2 now.
Oh, I know.
Eh,
It's almost like he's just waiting to have a breakout year and hopefully get recognized like a Cam Ward or somebody. You know what I mean?
I guess I just that's I feel like that's a conversation for another video, maybe in the off season, just kind of going into how we view the modern college football landscape. But um, I don't know. It might be a good time now that we've kind of solidified the roster and we've got our coaching staff. Um, kind of want to pull up the 2026 schedule and just kind of look ahead and give a way too early our way too early thoughts on what we think or how we think the season might play out next year. Let me see here.
I feel a little bit better than I did uh 3 weeks ago walking out of the stadium or how what was that like a
E-
month ago?
Yeah, definitely feel better. Um,
How would you go?
Hang on, I'm trying to get this to share here. I don't know. I can't figure it out. You need to pull up the schedule. Uh, I can use technology about as far as I'm required to for work, and outside of that, I'm about as retarded as it gets.
Are you actually?
Yeah. I mean, there's a chance that what I just did was fine, but I clicked share entire screen and I have no idea if it just completely cut us out of the video. So I'm gonna just let you
No, no, no.
do what you were doing earlier. But while Sean's getting it pulled up, I'll just start kind of rolling down the games here. So Tech opens up at home against Colorado and Dion. They follow that up. I mean, this is a crazy start to the season. You start with Dion at home, Dion and Colorado at home, and then you welcome Tennessee at home the week after. I mean, that's a crazy start to the year. Um, have they really not announced the dates for the ACC games
No.
yet?
There's no dates. That's what I'm looking at. I was trying to
I
find
swore that they could have announced those already.
something with the dates, but
Yeah, I could have sworn that they had announced that. That's
they really
interesting.
all they've given us right here. Given
Oh
us
yeah,
four
they
dates.
haven't. Okay, interesting. Um, but yeah, so I mean, you've got Colorado, Tennessee, Mercer, Georgia, Clemson, Boston College, Duke, Louisville, Wake Forest, Pitt, Stanford, and Virginia Tech. I mean, honestly, your big games are pretty brutal. I mean, you've got Tennessee, Georgia, and Clemson. But outside of that,
Yeah, but
the
you always
schedule is not.
yeah, but you always got the Louisville, Pitt, and Duke. That's like such a toss up for Tech.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you're almost guaranteed to lose one of those games as at Tech. But I'm more so. I let me preface this with I'm not gonna be going into next season predicting Tech to win like 9 or 10 games the way that I was this year.
Oh,
Like
no, no, no.
we are, as you should all be well
Last year
aware of by now.
we just had a layup schedule last year.
Yeah, we had an easy schedule last year. You had an
Choked it.
experienced team, experienced quarterback, and yeah, I mean, you really did. There's no other way to view it other than just completely choking at the end. But um, like this season, Sean and I have kind of talked about it off camera a bit. Just I don't. To me, the bare minimum next season is you have to make a bowl. Tech is at a point now. If you don't make a bowl, that is a colossal failure. I mean, just look at what the program did for damn near 20 years. I mean, how long? How many years in a row did we go to a bowl game? It
I
was
think
like the
that was
longest streak in
18.
the country. I think it was 18. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and so that's the bare minimum expectation. Now, I like to think that even with all of the turnover and everything that Tech, due to the amount of money that's being put into the program, and I think that recruiting took a hit this year because of these coaching changes that we ended up seeing play out. I won't be surprised to see it rebound pretty hard next year if we play well. Um, I mean, it's a place you want to be. You're in Atlanta, and you need to be averaging, I would say. If at any point, like say 5 years in, Brent Key is averaging less than 8 wins a season, it's a problem. Like I think that the average should be 8 wins. You might have the occasional year or two that you only win seven, maybe six in a really bad year, but you should be winning 8 games a year or 9 games a year. And honestly, even against this schedule with this team, knowing nothing about how these guys are going to look out on the field, what the scheme is that we're going to be running specifically, I still have that expectation. I mean, you better beat Stanford. Virginia Tech, well, Virginia Tech's going to be very interesting with James Franklin. I forgot about that. They're going to look a lot different next year. But I mean, Stanford, Wake Forest, Boston College, Duke with no Darian Mensah, Mercer, Colorado. Those should be six automatic wins right there. I don't care how close the Wake Forest game was this past year. That was a complete fluke. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
you should be blowing them out every time you play them. And honestly, Pitt is the same way. If I'm being honest, and didn't they just lose Heinzel? Oh, that's because yeah, that's
yeah,
because they've got the young guy.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but regardless, this is that there are six easy wins on the schedule. And then, I mean, Tech is
Oh.
always a team, even in a down year, that we will upset some of these guys. Like at a bare minimum, you're beating one of Tennessee, Georgia, and Clemson. I feel like it just always happens.
Yeah, that's how we went. That's how we went into this year, and I mean we beat Clemson, and
Right.
um, we're always due for one. But God, this schedule is not just pisses me off even more that we ended the way we did. Because the next 2 years look like absolute hell,
Yeah.
absolute hell.
It certainly does not get easier. Um, yeah, I need to look at this
Which I mean, props to us
2027 as
because
well.
I mean, you got Tennessee back-to-back years, so I mean, at least you're getting your name out there. But I mean, nowadays in college football, it's as long as you have that 13, that 12-0 or 11-1 number, doesn't they don't really care who you played. So
Yeah.
uh,
Looking,
taking one of these losses or two of these losses when you don't really have to schedule them is it's bold to say the least. But at the same time, if you win them, you know, it does
yeah,
it does boost your standing. So
but I also think it's one of those things you're already starting to see teams do it where at some point Tech is probably going to start canceling some of these because the I think Georgia's the one that kind of uh broke that idea open a couple month or two ago. I can't remember who they were supposed to play, but they just canceled a series with them and scheduled some nobody. Um, yeah, I think you're going to start seeing a lot of that now because people are realizing it's like, well, if you're undefeated, you're in. So what's the point? What's the point in risking it? You already
yeah,
take enough
yeah.
risk in conference play. Why are you gonna go play all these teams outside of it? Like I assume Tech and Georgia will continue playing, but outside of that, like outside of rivalries, I'll be surprised if that keeps up. But I mean, very briefly, 2027, Georgia Tech might have the hardest schedule in America, depending on how these teams are a year from now. Tech is playing Tennessee, Notre Dame, Georgia, Florida State, Miami, and SMU.
We should we should have a good record at home at least. I mean, that away schedule
That
is
is one of the
fucking
craziest things I've ever seen.
nuts.
Yep.
Tennessee, Notre
At
Dame, Florida
Neyland,
State,
Notre
Miami.
Dame, at Florida State, at Miami. I mean, at SMU. I mean, that is wow, that's wild. I hope that Tech has an amazing year next year and has the recruiting class of a lifetime because that is that might be our 6-6 year. I hate to break it to everybody. That might be our 6-6 year, but we'll see. I mean, Alberto Mendoza might be a future Heisman winner. We don't know. It's in his blood, so well, I
It is
guess
in
we'll
his
see what
blood.
happens.
It is in his blood.
Um,
Hopefully he's got the decision making and the, pretty good cannon on him. But
yeah,
like
well,
I
and
said,
just the grit too. I mean, the hits that Mendoza took last night were amazing. I got to give Fernando a shout out. That was well, the game winning touchdown is like the play of a
yeah, it was
lifetime. I mean,
insane.
that's movie shit right there. So,
Yeah.
um, and shout out to Miami for competing. I can't stand their asses, but it's good for the ACC. They were the only team that was able to hang with them at any point in the playoffs. So, Um, I know that just kind of came out of left field, but hey, the natty just happened, so we got to talk about that. But um, and we just got their backup quarterback. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, I don't know, man. I think that next year, all I really want to see is I just don't want to see a massive regression. That's my big thing. I don't want us to sit here lose our coordinators, bring in these new guys, and just have it be a disaster. I mean, that would be pretty soul crushing, to be honest. If we just went out and won 4 or 5 games next year,
Oh, I don't even know what I'd do.
I don't
Um,
know what I'd do, and
I'd call for Key's head.
I would probably be calling
Legit.
for Key's head because at that point you've got to look at it and be like, okay, so you were just like riding the coattails of Buster Faulkner or something and
Yeah.
Haynes King.
Just have a collapse of one of your best years in 10 years, and you
Yeah,
follow that up with a 4-win season.
right,
Yeah,
right.
no,
And
no.
I certainly have a bit of concern about that. I mean,
Yeah, I
just
mean, you just
because
extended
of
them
you just extended him in that contract. Supposedly, we're getting more money for coordinators and staff, and you're willing to match Buster's offer for a lateral move to go be an offensive coordinator at another school. You were willing to pay him the same amount of money he still left. I mean, that's not nothing. I mean, that certainly says something, and it's not that it was a complete surprise necessarily. I mean, Buster Faulkner is not somebody that I expected to stick around at Tech for a decade.
no,
Um, but to me, it's more so just the fact that all the players got poached as well. And that's certainly concerning to me because that tells you that they're more loyal to Buster Faulkner than they are to Brent Key. Um,
it's that. But that's the
but it's their
offense.
scheme.
They know
Right.
they wanna continue to thrive in that. But again, at the same time, it's just all loyalty goes out the window. And but then you do got to look at the head coach with that and the rumors that were floating around. So
Yeah, and I don't know. The Gideon thing has been really bizarre to me. I mean, did he get forced out or did he just leave? I'm very curious what the circumstances were that led to that. I mean,
because we never really announced it.
yeah, we never really
Um,
announced it. We just announced we had a new DC.
yeah, yeah. Well, it was announced by one of the Texas insiders on Twitter, and then like a few days later, it was like, no, expect Blake Gideon back in Georgia Tech, and then it was, oh, we hired Jason Seymour.
Yeah, I like I don't remember ever seeing an official post about like Blake Gideon has been let go at Georgia Tech or
Yeah.
Blake Gideon will not be the defensive coordinator at Georgia Tech. It was just like, here's our new DC. And it was like, okay, I guess it's official now.
Well, that's the other thing. You're now on your fourth DC in under Key.
Or is it
So
fifth DC in 4 years?
I think, yeah, because I think he had the two, because he had
Yeah,
Thacker and
Thacker and Shearer the first
yeah,
year.
yeah, Kevin Sure.
And then yeah, and then what? Who was before?
You had Sin,
Wait, who was it?
what's his fucking name?
Who was before
He went to
Santucci?
the Santucci.
So maybe it
Yeah,
is
it
the
was Santucci.
Oh wait, yeah, but this will
It
be the
was
fifth, right?
Santucci, and then
Gideon. Yeah, Gideon, Santucci,
was Gideon
Shearer,
after Santucci?
Thacker. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah, Santucci, Gideon.
Was our DC this year? After the DC
No, no,
before?
no, no, no. I know that, but I was trying to think. For some reason, I thought Santucci was 3 years ago. I don't know.
Okay.
The years put together.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, man, I mean, I think that just to kind of recap, I guess, I mean, that Sean and I just wanted to hold off because if we had made any videos in the 2 weeks following that bowl game, it would have been ugly. I mean, I would have been going nuclear. Tech had done nothing since the bowl loss. All we had heard that was that Brent Key was going on ACC huddle and that he was in hibernation. And it was like, coach, the transfer portal's open and we have no fucking coordinators. So,
Yeah.
um, like I was getting very upset over those couple weeks. Um, but I'm
As we
glad that
should
we
have been.
waited. Yeah, as we should have been. I mean, it's mind-boggling to think that we opened up the portal with no coordinators, as you
Yeah.
just have players walking out the door. But they have bounced back very well in the portal. I don't have too many thoughts on the coordinators because I just kind of have to see it. I'm just hoping that there is a reason that we hired them and that there's something that they showed in the interview process that like gives us a legitimately good reason to be hiring them to at least on the offensive side of the ball replace one of the best coordinators in college football. That's one of the big things to me. But you've made it easy on them, relatively easy on them with some of these transfer portal additions that you've picked up, and the potential is there for at the very least a decent season. I mean, I would consider a decent season to get to 7 or 8 wins with this schedule. Like I would not be mad at that. I'll be fucking livid every time we lose, but
Yeah.
at the end of the season, I'm not going to be upset if we get to 7 or 8 wins. And the big thing for me is that if you get to that point, win the damn bowl game. People like to act like bowls don't matter. They matter to me as a fan. I love winning a bowl game. It just ends the season on a good note. It gives you momentum. I mean, it doesn't really give you momentum going into next year, but like as a fan, it makes me feel better about the team going into the next season, knowing that they didn't quit, they came out, they played in the bowl game, yeah, or played their tails off in the bowl game, whatever, and that's going to be a big thing for me. Get 7 or 8 wins regular season, 8 or 9 wins at the end of the year. That's a good season for Tech next year. That's the way that I view it right now, and hopefully over the course of that season, we see potential for the team to grow on both sides of the ball, and we actually retain some damn coordinators. That would be really nice to have some continuity from one season to the next for once.
How about let's see what Signetti did? You know, try and follow in some of those footsteps as far as retaining players and just somehow getting a team to buy in.
Yeah,
It's insane what they did. What he's done the past 2 years.
it's unprecedented.
Um, but yeah, here again, you can see us intently cheering our team on, talking shit
Talking so much
um,
shit to the BYU players.
to the
I don't know.
refs, and,
The
there's
ref. It was mainly
there's
the
just
refs.
something, yeah, there's just something different when you know the refs can hear you
There
when you're
is.
front row, and it's fun. It was very fun for 3 quarters, and in the fourth quarter, with under a minute left after a 4th and 15 bomb,
Oh,
until 4 plays of hell.
yeah, Haynes, God Almighty. I cannot believe he didn't run the ball a single time
I
there.
met uh I met Matt Kuchar. I met Chad Bishop.
Shout out
Um,
Chad Bishop.
Chad was the happiest motherfucker on that planet. He was like, "Me?
Sh- Sean recognized, I believe he's with the AGC for anybody that doesn't know, the Georgia Tech reporter, Chad Bishop. Sean recognized him, and that dude was so happy that somebody knew who he was. I think he was probably floating around the rest of the game. Oh, that was great. And then I think Sean scared Matt Kuchar when he saw Matt Kuchar, but
Yeah."
um,
Well, it's because we're slightly related to Matt Kuchar.
our grandmother went to his wedding. That's about the extent of it. But
No, it's our aunt's
it's our uncle-in-law's niece's husband.
husband. Yeah, so definitely blood.
Blood. Yeah, I mean we're blood. But
And he had no idea who I fucking was, and I
absolutely.
messed it up. So his son was in the back just laughing at me, and uh, we were a few drinks in.
We were a few
So
drinks in. All that to say we had a hell of a time. And
we did played some golf early in the morning.
we did. Yeah, met some
Actually
tech fans out there.
played with Tech fans, and
What was his name? Connor?
I can't
I think
remember.
their name was Connor. Shout out to them if they
Shout
watched
out
the
to them.
video.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are some good dudes. It was funny meeting some tech fans in Orlando doing the same shit we were doing before the game. But um, I think that's all I got, man. I mean, wait, just so you guys know, even though it's the off season, we're definitely going to get back to uploading more regularly. I think we both just needed a little bit of a reset after the way the season ended, and I'm glad that we did, just to kind of let the off season play out without overreacting to too much, and just at least have some thoughts put together on how I feel like the season's going to go next year.
I mean, I would have definitely had some overreactions if we had made a video a couple weeks ago because I was not feeling good, especially with the schedule that we got coming up next year. Drastically harder than what we had. I mean, you had to make big time transfer portal additions, and you do that by filling up your wide receiver room, poaching some guys out of Alabama, and then just today, um, getting the Heisman winners, Lil Burrow out here, and
Yeah,
hopefully can bring some of that Signetti magic over into our locker room.
that would be ideal. It's at least I'm very glad that we brought him in, if for nothing more than just to have a legitimate competition going into
Correct.
next year. That's what was kind of dumbfounding to me about the whole quarterback situation. Excuse me, the whole quarterback situation with the portal. It's not like you've got a proven guy on the roster. I was like, are we just rolling with it? I guess we're just
No,
rolling with him. No,
but it'll
no
definitely
disrespect.
it'll definitely boost the competition in that quarterback room. You know, they're thinking, especially the guys behind Graham Knowles, you know, we're gonna have a real shot. And then a day after the national championship happens, Alberto Mendoza transfers over, and now you really got to fight for it if you want any chance. And you know, maybe Graham Knowles is that guy, and Alberto's still got 3 years of eligibility left. So. We'll see. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out through spring football, and I guess the first look will be the spring game. So
100%. You
it's
got anything else, brother?
there's a yeah there's at least something to look at or look forward to going into this season, other than what we were left with this past season. But you just really got to hope that Key takes another step forward, and uh, we prove that we are, you know, here to stay and one of the top contenders in the ACC, and go at least win a damn ACC championship. And we'll see. You got to be one of the best 12 teams or 11 best teams. I don't think that's ever going to happen again this year, with Duke winning the ACC at 7-5 and then not getting into the playoff. They should change those tiebreaker rules. I don't know if they will, but that's for another video. But as far as tech, you just got to go handle your own business. But you took some steps forward in the portal, but there's still a lot of questions. So
Yeah, there's still a lot of questions, and I'm very much looking forward to having those questions answered as the offseason continues on and into next season. But um, I just want to say, if anybody's still watching, we really appreciate you guys for this past season. We had an absolute blast making all these videos for you guys, and um, we've always just done this just really for the two of us, just to kind of shoot the shit about tech football and see if anybody wanted to listen. So it's been very fun having you guys kind of join along for the ride and interact with us with the comments. We absolutely love doing that, and we look forward to doing it again in perpetuity until something happens to one of us, I guess, because well, we're diehard tech fans, and
yep.
this is what we do through the ups and the downs. We'll be
Let
here.
us know in the comments. Let us know how you think we could do better. Hit a like, subscribe to the channel.
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do what
do all
Sean
that.
said.
Do
And
all that.
and we'll be getting back to you guys soon with some off-season videos. We've been thinking of some good ideas. So stay tuned, and to hell with Georgia. Go Jackets.
Go Jackets.